No fucking clean.
You guys are just live, so start whenever you're ready.
We're live now.
Yeah, it's fine though. You just have to start whenever. No one's watching it.
Okay.
Look at this. Hi, Mom.
Who's that, Mark?
Not sure.
There's another deck.
Thank you.
Thanks. Alrighty.
Don't know if you want that. Are you alright just going for it?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Cool.
I didn't even know that existed. Right, should we wait till they start?
No, just go for it.
Okie dokie. And welcome to another edition of Serious Business live here in Gamersworld. Today we are doing Legacy. I'm your host Andrew Richardson, and I'm here with the godfather of Irish magic, Will Tolan. Will, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Andrew. Good to see you on this morning.
yes, this lovely Irish Sunday morning. You know, hasn't been too great. Okay, so first up today, we have got Mark Piggott on. It is the Shardless Agent deck, and we have got James King on Storm. So, what do you make of this matchup, Will?
Well, first of all, I'd like to point out that Mark has put some cards in upside down in his deck and is now proceeding to go through every single card to turn them back up. While I'm not impressed by the fact that the cards are upside down in the first place, I do appreciate the attention to detail here and writing all the cards.
Yes, Mark is a very meticulous man. You'll find. He was wrong to, of course, have a lot of upside down cards. This is Legacy. Like, you know, let's not mess around here. These are expensive cards. And
of course, James doing a bit of study here just while he waits for Mark to fix his mistake.
Well, James is obviously on the front foot at the start. You know.
Do you want to quickly go through Mark's list then?
Yeah, sure. So this is Mark's main board. He has creature-wise, he's just mixed it all together for us. 1 Tasker, 2 Hymn to Torok, 3 Tarmogoyf, 1 Baleful Strix, 1 Scavenging Ooze, 1 Toxic Deluge, 1 Sylvan Library, 4 Brook Decay, 4 Deathrite Shaman, 3 Force of Will, 4 Brainstorm, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Liliana of the Veil, 1 Jace the Mind Sculptor, 1 Ashiok, which he told me yesterday is his spice, 1 Dig Through Time, 3 Astral Visions, and 4 Shardless Agents, giving the name to the deck.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty nice list. I do approve of the Ashiok as well.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. The Ashiok's very, very good again in things like the mirror match. Sorry, Mark getting a 5 in the roll there.
So, these guys are about to start, so I'm going to leg it through James's deck. He's on Storm, so he's Dark Ritual, 4 Cabal Ritual, 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, 2 Preordained, 4 Infernal Tutor, 1 Burning Wish, 4 Lotus Petal, 4 Lion's Eye Diamonds, 3 Duress, 4 Jataxian Probes, 1 Pass in Flames, 1 Ad Nauseam, 1 Tendrils of Agony, and 4 Cabal Therapy. So it's a pretty stock list here for James.
Yeah, you're more used to Storm, is there anything you see there that's...
There's nothing unusual there. That is a pretty stock list.
Okay, cool. So what do you favour in this matchup?
Well, I didn't see who won the roll, but Storm on the play, I guess I always favour.
Yeah.
Especially turn 1. Now, if Mark is on the play, he actually has some nice disruption in his decks. He's got a Hymn to Torex, Thoughtseizes, and he's able to put on early pressure. Also, his Deathrite will eat away at James's graveyard, and the graveyard is quite important. So, like, it's going to be a tough match, that's for sure. Both players, like, have, let's say it's 50-50, to be honest.
50-50,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So... both players just having a look at their initial hands. These looks like they're keeping. The Storm player will obviously have a bit more of a think about it, because Storm, again, very delicate. You don't want to get caught out. He's trying to help the.
It's like 3 lands, which is already quite a bit.
Yeah, so he's going to the mulligan. Mark, it looks like, is keeping. So we'd have to assume. Sorry, we missed the roll. We'd have to assume that James is probably on the play here if he's going for that early mulligan.
Also, I'm not sure if these players know what each other are playing.
Yeah,
So-
that's definitely true. Well, they could have faced each other before. Mark, we know, hasn't changed his deck. James might have though.
Oh, well, James was playing Storm the last time, but I'm just not sure if they played in the last tournaments. Plus, it was quite a while ago. So
Oh, fair enough. I suppose it is a month ago. A lot can happen in a month. Mark recently winning some of our weekly modern tournaments.
Yeah.
He's been playing very well in modern. So can he carry that over into the legacy? Mark's hand looks relatively good there. I see an abrupt decay at the back of the hand. There's a force of will, and he begins with a polluted delta into a bay,
underground sea.
Or underground sea. Sorry. Having the shuffle. Will he be playing anything turn one? We'll see. Yes.
So suspending an ancestral vision. So that means now in 4 turns he will get to draw 3 cards.
Always good.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most powerful cards in Magic. Of course, it works extremely well with the Shardist deck.
Yeah.
Especially when you get those agents in. There is
So we have a Taxian Probe from James, revealing Abrupt Decay, Dig Through Time, and some other stuff.
they were too fast for us. Sorry about the shine on the board. We might try and get something done about that.
We will.
And so he's paid 2 life for the Jictaxian Probe.
If you notice as well, James played his land before playing the probe, I think.
Yeah, he did. That's kind of a weird move.
So a reason he might have done that is to play around Days. He might think that Mark is playing Days and would have been able to return his island.
yeah, always playing cautious.
Yeah.
So Mark's second land drop goes down. It's Misty Rainforest. Making a quick decision of what to do. He drew a Goyf this turn, so there's no good reason to play the Goyf yet, though.
Well, there is, because then you have.
Oh
a
yeah,
threat.
sorry. He's put the land into the graveyard there as well, and he's searching for.
So that's the bayou
Yeah,
there.
that's the bayou. And yeah, you're right. Actually, sorry. He needs to get that threat out early in Storm.
Yeah, I think so.
He won't be too worried about removal. So yeah, he's moved the Goyf up to the front. Tap 2, and there it is. So now James's draw. It's unfortunate we can't see what he draws, but we'd have to imagine another land will be coming down. He hasn't. Oh, another Jictaxian Probe, and he's paying 2 life, so he's already down to
So that's
16
a
at least.
Baleful Strix, a Dig Through Time, an Abrupt Decay, and I think it's a Verdant Catacombs.
Pretty solid hand there
Yep.
for Mark. He won't be too uncomfortable here.
No, but James knows as well now that he has a few turns to craft his hand a bit before he needs to go off, because the Tarmogoyf, while it's a clock, he's not under serious pressure yet.
Yeah, it's only a 2/3 Tarmogoyf so far. So James, though, he misses a land drop. That's huge.
That is pretty big.
Yeah, so comes back to Mark. He draws a Verdant Catacomb. He plays the Verdant Catacomb. He is in for 2.
Yep.
Now, is he gonna he's got a Thoughtseize in hand. This could be quite good here. Yep, he goes for the Thoughtseize.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. Probably follow up with the Baleful Strix as well. So we're going to see a Duress, an Infernal Tutor, a Ponder, an Ad Nauseum, Lion's Eye Diamond, Cabal Ritual, and the last card, I'm not so sure what the last card is.
Yeah, same here. It looks tricky. So what do you take here, though?
I guess maybe the LED.
The LED, you don't want him getting that extra mana when he needs it now.
Exactly, like he wants. Maybe Mark is thinking the Ritual, but
Yeah, this is where experience comes in. Is when you go for the Thoughtseize.
in fact, and being quite honest, Ponder is a definite contender here as well, because like James is on 1 black mana. He can't do all that much. So
he has chosen the mystery card. I'm not quite sure what that card is. We'll have a look through the deck list.
Well, have you got the chat there? Just I'll be able to feature information.
okay, thanks. That was just Eamon popping in to tell us He's going to send us cards through chat that we don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully this chat is working.
So, anyway, on with the action. Mark took out the mystery card. We'll have a look to see what that card is.
Oh, it could be a Cabal. No, is it? Might be a Cabal therapy. Might be.
Okay, so James having a look at his hand now. Obviously, very frustrated being on one land. Never the place to be, especially when you're playing Storm and the Tarmogoyf's already out, and we see the ancestral recall just there on the edge, like a time bomb, just waiting to kind of go off in his face and win the game for Mark.
I'm not sure why Mark hasn't played out his Baleful Strix. Like, he's holding up Abrupt Decay, but
Yeah, that's probably why he isn't too familiar with the matchup. So he's like, maybe I might need to Abrupt Decay something. He's thinking things.
that's possibly why he allowed the LED to stay in his hand, hoping that he could. Okay, so it was Tendrils.
Tendrils of Agony, of course. Sorry about that, guys. And Will, tell us about Tendrils of Agony then.
Tendrils of Agony is a storm card. So for 2 and 2 black, you cast this sorcery, and it counts up every spell that has been cast so far this turn, be it by yourself or your opponent. And then you total up the amount of spells, you include the Tendrils itself, and then each kind of count deals 2 damage to your opponent, and you gain 2 life. So
So it's a hyper one of the best storm cards in Magic, and of course we see the LED go down now.
okay, so we're storming.
Yeah.
We're at storm count 2, so it's a LED and a dark ritual. These lands are here to indicate, I think, how much mana is in James's pool, which is a nice way of doing it.
Yeah. It's no serious business storm counter though. Coming soon.
I don't think our chat is working, Eamon, if you're listening.
Okay, so this is the tricky part about storm decks. This is this is the money right here. You've got to really plan out your moves. It can be a very difficult deck to play. So
we have the 3 black mana from the LED. Well, no, this should be the dark ritual, I think. I don't think he'd be getting black with the LED.
So we're on storm count 3. 3 black mana. What's the play?
I don't know, because he hasn't actually indicated what mana he's using.
Yeah, well, the Tarmogoyf is going to be going up here as well. Mark's just giving it a count there. And there is Duress. So he's taken out the dig through time. Kept in the Strix. Storm count 4. 2 black mana.
So was the LED just destroyed and didn't get any mana at all?
It certainly looks that way.
That's a bit unusual, because you can just tap it in response. But he didn't want to sacrifice his hand if he used it. So it's a nice play. Okay, I probably should have played that last then.
So storm count 5 now, or actually it's just gone back to
So he
Mark.
infernal tutored for a second infernal ritual or Cabal ritual. So if you have cards in your hand, the infernal tutor lets you reveal one of the cards, then you search for that card and put it into your hand. But if you've no cards in your hand after you cast the infernal tutor, you can get any card and put it into your hand.
Ah, very clever. That's the thing. That's the thing about these kind of legacy decks. There is just a lot of in and out rules here, and cards that work in very, very peculiar mechanics. Anyway, so Mark's swinging in with Goy for 4. The Ancestral Recall or Visions is on 1, and there is a very shiny card. I think it's another Thoughtseize. So what will Mark be Thoughtseizing out here? Oh, the Ad Nauseam. And now he's got the Strix. Yeah, just put down the Strix, draw a card.
Did you see what that was?
Not really. I was trying to get it, but Mark was too fast for us. So now James here still on one land. He's won't be too happy about that. Oh, and sorry, the visions has gone off. 1, 2, and 3. We see a brainstorm there, and I think that's a hymn to Torak. Is it?
It is, yeah.
So we're in for 5 with the Strix and the Goyf. So a lot of options here. He's playing the hymn to Torak.
That's the hymn to Torak, alright. But we'll try and get this glare sorted for the next round.
6. That is. I must give out about Mark's rolling here. Again, he's rolled it sideways on the land, so 2. So
that's a Dark Ritual and a Ponder that got discarded.
Getting the Ponders pretty
Yeah,
good.
these are great cards to be getting. James still... Well, he
Yeah,
actually got
and
his blue mana there, but his Ponder was gone, so
Yeah,
it's game over.
That's game 1.
Yeah. So we have a look at the glare, will we?
Yeah, I'll go out and try and sort out the glare. We'll tell you more about what's going on side.
Right, so the sideboards here. I'm going to start with James. James has 2 red elemental blasts. He's got another Past in Flames, another Tendrils, a Massacre, 1 Empty the Warrens, 2 Dark Confidant, 2 Abrupt Decay, 2 Chain of Vapor, 1 Breeding Pool, and 2 Xantid Swarm. So he's probably going to expect some more counter magic maybe from Mark. So he might bring in the red elemental blast. He has a Burning Wish in his main deck, so I don't think you actually bring in the Past and Flames and Tendrils from the board. I think you can leave them there. They might be a bit safer there, just because of exile effects and kind of maybe surgicals that he could expect. Empty the Warrens is a possibility. If he fears that Mark might run ley lines, then Empty the Warrens is an alternative win condition. But again, that's something that he can search from the sideboard, so I'm not sure you bring that in. 2 Dark Confidants. I think I like the 2 Dark Confidants because Mark will more than likely be taking out his removal. Abrupt Decay, maybe you can bring one in if you... Well, you're on the play now, so I don't think you will bring in Abrupt Decay. Xantid Swarm, yes, maybe possibly a Xantid Swarm.
Okay, so what's the Xantid Swarm doing? Sorry,
Xantid Swarm is a 0/1 flying insect that when you attack, if it's not blocked, then it puts a silence on your opponent, so you're free just to go off and cast your spells. It's an interesting card, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting
It's
card.
1 green mana, 0/1 flyer, and it has that effect when it's not blocked.
Being a flyer as well, you know, having a flying blocker is very...
Also, it means it's, most of the time it's going to evade their defenses and actually have it use its effect.
Yeah, that's a very interesting card. So we are getting the glare sorted out now. Our production guy Alex is on the case. So did you see any cards going in here?
Not yet.
All right, Mark playing a land for some reason. We don't know why.
Yeah,
he has shown James's land.
It could
there.
be a split sleeve or something, but why would he be shuffling still?
Yeah. Mark's a very confusing. He is from Cork, so he's got issues, with people, society, that sort of thing.
Well, I'm going to go through Mark's sideboard pretty quickly here. He has another Baleful Strix, another Thoughtseize, another Force of Will, an Engineered Explosives, 2 Nihil Spell Bombs, 2 Disfigures, 2 Massacres, 2 Golgari Charms, 1 Vendilion Cleek, and 2 Pything Needles. So off the bat, a Thoughtseize is coming in, a Force of Will is coming in, 2 Nihil Spell Bombs are coming in. They will allow him to exile the graveyard. Cleek is debatable, but I think I would like it. Again, it's just to keep them off their perfect hand. And Pything Needle on LED, on Lion's Eye Diamond is fine. So I'd probably bring that in as well.
That's the thing with Legacy and stuff, because it isn't played so much. Do you think Mark would know to put in Pything Needle against LED?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would. And also, he picked up the card and had a good read of it in the previous game, so I'd say he probably was kind of thinking in advance as well,
Yeah. This is the kind of thing you learn at these kind of Legacy events as well. Even if you don't, you can learn about it afterwards. So anyway, we're starting with a Jictaxian Probe from James. So he is seeing a Goyf, a polluted
That is pretty
polluted
stacked.
Delta. It's a pretty stacked hand. There's the Cleek he put in, Force of Will. I think that's a Thoughtseize and a Jace.
It's a Tassiger.
Oh, sorry, it is a Tasker and a Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah. That's pretty tasty hand.
It's good. He's got threats. He's got answers. He's got disruption. Yeah, he'll be happy enough with this. Is there anything you'd say he's particularly missing there?
A third land would be nice. Hopefully he'll draw that soon.
Yeah,
But he's got the force. He's got a nice threat. Maybe a couple of cantrips now off the top just to get Tasker out, maybe, or something.
Yeah, it's a very versatile type
Oh,
as
here
well.
we go.
Oh.
Now this is rough because you have to 2-for-1 yourself, probably. Like, what do you... If you don't say anything, this Cabal Therapy is going to get a Force of Will. Basically, he names... If Mark lets this resolve, he names a card. And
Yeah.
any card is going to be taken. So he forces...
He forces and pitches the Jace.
Yeah.
Good move.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so I think he's drawn another Goyf there. So
He has
that's
2
actually not
Goyfs.
too bad. He can just go on the attack. So he's got a Planeswalker and he's got an instant already in the graveyard and he's got a sorcery.
The only
in-
problem with that is if James is another Cabal Therapy and says Goyf, he gets both of them.
Yes, this is a big problem. So anyway, James, he's got a second land here. He's put out the Scalding Tarn. So Mark,
So he's patient, just passing the turn.
yeah, Mark choosing not to fetch at the end of his turn either. Of course, he
No
doesn't
reason
need-
to.
No
Yeah.
reason to. So that's the Bayou, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So he's fetching now. By the way.
Yeah, that's Bayou.
So what's the play here? Just the Tarmogoyf out? It's going to be a pretty big Tarmogoyf.
Yeah. It's 3-4.
Well, Planeswalker
No,
land
because the
instant-
Planeswalker gets exiled from the Force of Will.
Ah,
so
of
it's
course.
actually-
Sorry. Very, very true. So there we go. Tap 2. He's got the Abrupt Decay in hand now as well, so that's good.
The only problem with the Abrupt Decay is that it might not get a target.
Yeah.
The only targets are Lion's Eye Diamond and Xantid Swarm, I think.
You also have to leave your mana up, which
Yeah.
at this stage is not ideal. And of course, here's a Brainstorm
Yep.
from James. Having a good look there. Brainstorm, absolutely beautiful card. Just lets you really sort out your hand, really kind of get what you want, which in decks like Storm, any kind of combo decks, really, really important.
Yeah. Having the shuffle effect there, like we see James doing now,
Yeah.
means that he was able to get rid of the cards that weren't being that productive for him. And so now he's going to have fresh cards on top of his library.
Yeah, this is definitely a good move. Especially he kind of knows he'll be up against it a bit as far as damage coming in is concerned, you know. But he has seen Mark already play his Force of Will, which is, yeah, it's quite good for James. You know,
Yeah.
it's one down in a way.
Well, so far I'm liking Mark's decision
Yeah. Okay.
to
There's
pitch the Jace.
there's a Ponder. What's he gonna keep from this Ponder? We are playing at a different table today, so we're not quite able to get the angle onto the second player, the player on the right. So it's quite difficult to see their the cards they draw in their hand. We do apologise for that.
So
Having a good thing, choosing to shuffle.
Yeah.
Choosing to shuffle, and obviously there's a key piece missing, and he's going fishing for that. This is kind of good news for James in a way, you know. If he's got that much of a hand, or that good of a hand, and he just needs one extra card to really kind of bring it home,
Yeah.
then this could be bad news for Mark. Especially, you know, he's got the Goyf out, he's got 2 land, you know, he does have a good stack of cards, but there's nothing else really going on for him.
yeah. Well, he will have the Cleek more than likely next turn, unless James can do something about it right now,
Oh,
which it looks like he can. So I'd imagine Cleek is being named here.
yeah.
But I mean, that's not the end of the world now.
There it
because, but he still gets to see the rest of the hand. He has another Goyf.
This interaction between Tarmogoyf and Tasker, how do you like it?
There is like a crossover period of time that it's not great, but because Tasker just fills the graveyard again, he does fix the problem he causes. He grows the Tarmogoyfs again after he kind of reduces their size.
Mark having another read of Cabal therapy there, obviously not liking what's just happened to his poor Vendilion clique.
So I think the Goyf has probably grown now. So there's a creature, an instant, a land, a sorcery. So that's another point of damage.
Yeah, Mark hasn't caught that.
Our spotter will get it. That's just a state-based thing.
Yeah, that's true. So he does get the third land. He's tapping 2, playing another Goyf. So now he's probably going to count up.
Yeah. So
there we go.
They caught the.
So Mark playing very basically here, just going right, 2 Goyfs down. Let's see if I can beat you to death before you go off. James, though, he's gone through a lot of his deck. This is where kind of Storm wants to be, is that kind of midpoint, sorting out your hands, just getting ready. He's got a good amount of mana on the table. There's a 4th mana for him. Or, sorry, a 4th land.
Yep.
So let's see where we're going here. And just having a look through, this is the thing about Storm, sometimes it can just be one turn of death. And will it begin now? So he's tapping.
So we're going to need another
Cabal therapy.
That's obviously going to be the Tassiger.
No, it's Abrupt Decay.
Okay, so maybe there's an LED that he doesn't want to pop just yet.
Yeah, so he's passed the turn back to Mark. Mark's drawn another Abrupt Decay. And Mark there in for 8 with the Tarmogoyfs. Drawing the other Abrupt Decay. Will this really disrupt James's plans? Does he have that LED?
Eamon has the hands updated if you want to check the chat.
The chat isn't working on this.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you.
Sorry about that, guys.
Just like, there's nothing in here.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry about this, guys. James having a shuffle there. He's up against it. This is the turn he needs to go off.
I think this is James on 4 life total as well.
Yeah.
So he does not have another turn.
Yeah, this is it now for him. Sorry guys, just going through some technical details, some tech issues. It doesn't matter though, it's Storm. He's going to win or not in this turn regardless.
Up here. From you, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So James actually just showed us his hand there. Lotus petal, lotus petal.
Ooh. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. Will these not count towards his
They
storm?
do. They are counting up the storm.
So he's going to need to get his storm dice out.
I think we might have a judge question here.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but yes, it is definitely a judge call.
Judge is on the way. Our resident Judge Dredd in the shop. Who is it today?
Probably Sander, is
Yeah,
it?
Xander's down as a judge
Ooh.
for today. So.
Cool.
Judge Sander. One of our harshest judges. Yeah.
Stern but fair.
Stern but fair, like the Latvian police force. Any fans of Jackass will totally get that. I apologize otherwise. So our guru of technology, Alex is in here with us. So we're going to be able to get the Twitch chat up for you guys so we can interact with you better. Also get the live totals up and that sort of thing. So give us 1 minute here. Okay.
So here we go. This is
Ad
ad
nauseam.
nauseum. So what ad nauseum lets you do is you flip over the top card of your library, and you can choose when to stop this effect, but you can keep going as much as you want. And every card that you flip over, you subtract the converted mana cost from your life total. But these cards then are essentially in your hand when the spell resolves.
Yeah.
So he's down 2 life, he's down 3 life. So I think that might be James on 1 now. I mean, he can't really go any further.
Yeah, this is kind of it for him. This is make or break. So tell us what he's drawn here.
I'm not sure if he has any kind of outs here.
Yeah, is this not looking good for our Storm player?
Because any card now that has a mana cost of 1 or over is going to kill him, which is pretty much everything in his deck. The only thing he can turn over is another Lotus Petal, another Lion's Eye Diamond, and I'm not sure if they can even do anything.
Yeah. This is kind of an issue here. He seems to be caught in a rock and a hard place, probably having taken too much damage. He's going to try for it anyway. So
he's storming up. He's got 4 mana.
Our storm count is
he's storm count 4, and he's got 3 black in the pool. So we are seeing a Cabal Ritual, which will add 4 mana, so he'll be up to...
He's on 6 black.
Oh, and he has Infernal Shooter, so he's getting to search for his Tendrils of Agony right now. And this is going to be storm count 7, and that's going to be 14 life. And Mark is on...
Mark was on 18 the last time I had a look.
Okay.
He's only fetched for 2 lands. So he's only taken 2 damage, I believe.
Well, he Force of Willed as well.
Sorry, he did. He Force of Willed.
But I only see 1 fetch there.
Oh, you're correct. He fetched for 1, then Force of Will.
Okay, so yeah, 18 is right.
So...
Well, actually, yeah, he doesn't have to search for the Tendrils here at all. He can search for Past in Flames and start flashing back everything. He is kind of restricted on mana, so... He's got the Past in Flames out.
That's the Past in Flames, alright.
So he's going to use 4 black, or 3 black and the Lotus Petal to flash back Past in Flames, and he's going to go Dark Ritual, okay, then he's going to Infernal Shooter again, and...
Yeah, I think this is it. I think
this is definitely going to be death.
Yeah. Mark making him do it, though. Mark is a very spiteful man. He knows he's dead.
No, I think it's good to get to make your opponent do these things.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm only joshing with Mark, of course. Yeah, because you get to see more of what's in their deck. You might be able to see something he sideboarded in, specifically against you, something to watch out for in game 3.
Yep.
So, I know I'm dead, but let's see what you got.
So here's the Tendrils, and it should be for 11, which would be 22 damage, or 22 life lost by Mark, and 22 life gained by James. So we're going into game 3 now. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, so we're going into game 3. And Mark will be on the play for this. So do you think this is just very hand dependent? You know, let's say James has to mulligan down to 6 or maybe 5. Do you think Mark's really in the driving seat? Or...
I think what Mark is looking for now is an early threat and a piece of disruption.
Yeah. So you want Goyf Force of Will.
Maybe a Thoughtseize or something like that, or him to Torak.
Yeah.
Deathride is actually a kind of decent early threat as well, because he provides ramp, but also he can he can interfere with the Storm player using their graveyard and things like that.
Yeah. It's not so good if you play your Past in Flames and half your graveyard's actually gone.
Yeah.
Especially all the useful cards that you need.
Yep.
So in this case, do you think Mark sided out the scavenging ooze? Is there a reason for him to keep the ooze in?
Absolutely. That ooze should definitely be in there.
Okay.
If he decided that out, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, because the gaining of the life, not too big a deal.
No, that's
here.
not relevant at all.
Yeah.
It's just to keep James's graveyard at 0, basically.
Yeah. The problem is that you are expending like green mana every turn to do it, you know, or green or black with the Deathrite.
Well, you don't have to do it on your turn.
Yeah, you can
activate these in response to your opponent, and you know.
Yeah, it means holds you have the mana if you want to get out another threat and kill him fast.
That's true.
That sort of
That's
thing.
true. You do have to make that choice between grafting and making them strain for resources, or else you allow them the resources for maybe a turn or two, deploy your threats, and just hope that they haven't been able to kind of set up properly in that time.
Yeah. It's all about kind of risk management and risk taking when you're playing against Storm.
Absolutely.
How much can I get away with? Because you obviously need to be aggressive. You obviously need to kill them before they kill you. So.
And if you're holding up counter magic for their turn, if they've already kind of taken into account that they've had to play around certain counter magic, you're just adding to their storm effect by casting these spells in their turn.
Yeah.
So you do have to be very careful.
This is the thing. So James having a shuffle there. What do you think of his shuffling technique, Will?
Needs work. Needs work.
Needs work,
He's got
does it?
he's got a solid base there.
He did the splitting of the cards very well. I can't do that for love nor money, so he's got at least that over me. Okay, Mark going to have a look at his 7, and the jumper has come off, and the Rolling Stones have come out. You know, this is serious storm time. Yeah, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards leading the way.
So I think I see a force of will in Mark's hand anyway.
Yeah, Mark greedily only keeping his hand to himself.
I think he might have correctly guessed that we have an
He's
earpiece
mulliganed.
in James's ear, so we're able to tell him what Mark has.
Correctly guessed. You know, Mark's very paranoid. So he has gone down to 6. James having a look now, showing his hand to our spotter there. That's our spotter, Eamon. One of our commentators too.
Eamon is great. Fantastic, man.
It's pretty good. Not great though. I'd say
4 out of 10?
yeah, about 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Yeah, Mark going down to 6. You can see him. He's getting a bit flustered. The way he quickly moves with his hands there. That's when Mark's a bit flustered. You know, doesn't like going down to 6 against. Sorry, I play against Mark quite often, so I'm very very aware of his little foibles. Okay, so he's kept the hand, and he has played a tapped Overground Tomb.
That's interesting. So that might have been just a case of he wasn't able to get his hands on an extra Bayou.
Yeah,
do you think?
that's certainly true. Like he has been ordering all the cards as he goes, and of course Legacy is one of those, you know, projects essentially that you build over a number of years. So this is just a makeshift card, and of course, so untap and draw. So we've got the Goyfs in his hand again.
That's good news. Has he got a blue card to go with this force though? Like, I don't think he does.
No, it didn't look like it
And
to
Mark
me.
not deploying.
Oh no, he doesn't. Sorry, that was the force of will.
Mark not deploying a Goyf.
Yeah, there's nothing in the
He's
graveyard.
holding
so.
up the decay. I'm not crazy about that.
Yeah, now he's going to get Jataxian probed,
Yeah,
so he's
now
going
you
to
see-
show the decay.
By leaving both Goyfs in his hand as well, he is very susceptible to Cabal Therapy.
Yeah. And do we see Cabal Therapy in James's hand?
I didn't spot it there. He does have a duress, so he is going to be able to take the decay or the force of will anyway,
Yeah.
if he wants. He might not really care about them because he can't really use either of them anyway.
Yeah. So far though, this really is favouring James's matchup. I don't particularly like Mark's hand, especially Goyfs with nothing in the graveyard. But stuff will eventually be going into the graveyard, of
So
course.
James might be just going for it here. He's on 1 storm.
Yeah,
He's
here we
putting
go.
out his mana symbols. Like he knows Mark can't force a will him.
Yeah, that's a very good call there. Seeing the unplayable force of will.
Yeah.
You know, and if Mark loses, do you think he should have gone down to 5?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very easy to say that in hindsight, but when you
Yeah.
can't cast your force of will, then there's not really any point in having it.
yeah, especially a deck as dangerous as Storm.
Yeah.
So
For example, if that's a Thoughtseize instead of a force of will, it's a much more favourable hand,
yeah,
I think.
that's certainly true. I like our little picture of a storm there.
Yeah.
You know.
The cloud with the lightning bolt.
Yeah. So storm count 2, 3 black mana. So he's got 3 black and 1 blue, obviously. Sorry, that's his 4 spell. That is
the Cabal ritual. So
yeah, Cabal Rituals.
they're only giving +1 mana at the moment. But
Okay.
they're adding to the storm, which is fine.
Yeah.
They need, I think it's 7 cards or more in the graveyard to actually give the full 5 mana.
Yeah, and there's LED. And here's Ad Nauseam.
So
So
This
LED
is
LED was 6, Ad Nauseam was 7, I believe. Or am I going one higher?
so
No, he's
not
got it right.
dressing at all, I don't think.
No, I don't think he needs to duress. So here's the Ad Nauseam. Very good turn to play Ad
Is
Nauseam.
that black mana still floating? So -2.
Lotus Petal, Ponder.
14, 12, I think.
10, 8.
11, 10.
Oh, sorry.
6, but that's the tendrils, so he probably doesn't need any more. Okay, 5, 4, 2. I think you should probably stop now. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, he's going one more. Why not?
Did he just kill himself? No.
No.
Okay.
I think Mark just GG'd out of that.
Okay, when
I
he
think
saw the...
Or did he?
I think James might have killed himself.
Yeah, this is odd. We don't quite know what's happened.
Well, all the cards are turned over, so they can just count them up again if they want to be sure.
Yeah, James doesn't seem to have the body language of a guy who's just won.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they're having a quick count over here.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, so ad nauseum. So it looked so good. It looked like he had it, and then he had the tendrils and everything. Like so. I think Mark has won quite by accident.
Yeah.
You know, just showing this is how people from Cork win things is the other person
Through
loses in front
luck.
of them, through sheer luck. Unbelievable. I'm actually going to pop out and find out exactly what's happened for you guys, okay? So give me
Please
one
do,
second.
yes, absolutely. So it does look from here that James went a card too far there. So, can you confirm, did James just kill himself?
Yes, he did, and he had 3 mana open as well.
Yeah.
So he just completely blanked on the mana being open, and it's like he was digging for something, just didn't look up.
What? Terrible. And how are you doing?
Oh, I just got hammered by Infect.
Infect? There's
Yeah.
an Infect player here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
turn 2 killed both games with double days backup.
Wow.
It was horrible.
What can you do against that?
I
Like?
know, it's like I went off turn 1 against him. It's like days. It's okay, maybe I can get it back. Turn 2 dead. Right, next game. Go off turn 1 again, days. Go off turn 2, days again. It's like, oh.
What?
Yeah, so James killed himself.
Yes. It's unfortunate.
Sorry about
So just keep an eye on the.
Oh, yeah.
James killed himself. He had the win on board, and then kept going. He is quite despondent out there. He's just calling himself an idiot. And Mark didn't say a word. Mark, for once, was silent. You know, I think he knows himself that he really, really kind of messed up. Not that Mark messed up, that James messed up. So that was our game 1 here. The victory has gone to the Shardless Bug over the Storm.
Yeah.
Although, not without controversy.
Well, at least it's one for the show reels. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
You don't like. I mean, it happens a lot, but you don't often catch it on camera. Is someone someone killing themselves with ad nauseum.
Yeah. Do you think it was the pressure of being on our serious business stream that got to James and he just went one over? He went, I'm on camera. I want to show off.
Maybe.
And he ad nauseums himself to death. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. So Mark sitting there quite comfortably going, I didn't have to work for this win.
Yeah.
Hopefully more people will kill themselves for me. No, Mark, we're afraid that won't be happening too much. You got lucky this time, kid. But yeah, I feel very sorry for James. He was out there. He was very despondent, very just frustrated, I think, with himself. You know, because with these kind of Storm decks, especially for Legacy, you really think, I'm going to show up, I'm going to perform, because Legacy is so rarely played in tournament format in Ireland. It's once a month. So everyone's geared up for it. It is very committed people here that play Legacy.
Just as you know, we've swapped over to Eamon's chat.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Because I was talking to someone else at the same time, so Eamon was getting confused.
No worries.
Right. Sorry about this, guys. We're trying to.
Grant, no, we're all sorted now.
Yeah.
I think we have a little grab of tea. There's 2 minutes left in this round. It's not enough time to get another game on or anything like that. So I might just pop out,
Well,
grab
I'm
a
actually
tea.
going to check what the actual time in the round is. That was me guessing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
Anyway, so we'll talk a little bit about Modern Masters 2. Will, you've been drafting it.
Yes. So far, I'm enjoying it. I have been destroyed every single game I've played.
Do you think that's because you're poor at Magic or because of poor drafting?
It's because of poor drafting.
Okay.
Because you got to test cards, So
Yeah.
when you get these cards passed to you,
So it seems that everyone kind of never timed any of it. So
we don't know what time it's
we,
at.
we had no time, so we were going to play till the last match is finished.
Well, we can also just check
So-
what time the stream went up because that was
Um,
pretty much the start of the round.
Yeah, we
So-
can do that, but it wasn't really timed anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't. Actually, we can't check what time we went live at. I don't think. So
No,
we're just going to see how long it's
sure.
lasting. Like,
Do we have something?
There's a couple of miracle matches still going on.
Of course, miracles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miracles and Land seem to be still playing. So
Oh, right.
Surprise.
We'll see if we can get one.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, cool.
I'd
cool.
imagine Stephen Cully's in the thick of a Miracles game at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, you were drafting poorly.
Yeah, poorly. But mainly because I wanted to try certain cards, that might have deck
Potential.
could have a deck built around it,
Yeah.
possibly things like that. But I in this testing though, I've found there is some nice archetypes. I've been hammered by many robot players. I've been beaten by a Soul Shift deck. There is an Eldrazi deck out there as well, and it's pretty fine.
Yeah.
What else did I play against?
Is there any
Oh, there's a great tokens deck.
tokens?
Yeah, it's really cool. There's
What's it using?
there's a
Spectral Procession. That's it.
Is that in it?
Yeah.
Okay, but at common there's an instant green token maker. It's
Spreading the Seeds, the 5 mana one.
yeah,
Spreading Seeds.
It's
It's
so
Convoke,
good,
5
and it's
mana.
Convoke. Yeah,
Add 3/1/1 saplings. So yeah, I
that's
don't think
really strong.
it is.
And that the guy the green guy who's at uncommon, who's
Sign of the Wilds.
yes, he's XX based on how many creatures you have, so he's just
From
perfect.
rare to common.
Yeah,
That's what you want to be doing.
Well, he's uncommon. I
No,
think.
he's common.
Are you sure?
They made
Is he
him
common?
That seems a bit good.
It is. It's very good.
I thought he was uncommon.
Nope, he's a common. So yeah, we haven't got anyone for the third round. People are still playing out.
Okay.
But it looks like most people have finished. 22 people
Brilliant.
at a legacy tournament.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that the biggest one we've had?
probably. There might be bigger ones that are big, like literally bigger tournaments with bigger prize pools.
Yeah,
but just
of
for
course.
a once a month,
Yeah.
Legacy's really taken off. I'm really happy about that.
Yes, I'm delighted.
We
about
can
that as well.
we can also blame our glum Irish weather.
Yeah,
For
it's not
this.
been bad. It's all right.
Yeah, it's not been bad for Ireland, but
Sure.
a lot of our audience are from places with nice weather as standard.
Yeah.
Rather than today is less grey than yesterday.
We'll keep you posted anyway on the things.
Right. Well, if we're not getting another match straight away, I'm going to grab a cup of tea before the next round.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take a little break.
Short break.
Do
Yeah.
you want
Alright.
to put it up on the stream? Just say back in 5 minutes
Yeah,
or something
absolutely.
like that.
Cool. All right, guys, we'll be back with more Legacy as
Yeah.
soon as possible.
So you guys go get a cup of tea or a snack as well, and we see you back here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks.
So hungover, so tired, and like I saw it, and then I was like, I'm mana short. I didn't like say 3 mana from hindsight. I'm on the table. Like I just want to stop playing now. Like I don't want to play anymore. And it was on the stream. So like that Suzuki winning game 2, and then to do that, and like no, I had to win on board. Game 2 was awesome. And like I flipped it over, and was like no, I had the whole win, and it's just LED because I was playing around. Okay, I forgot I had the mana.
Oh yeah, and was it game 1 that you played out the or you
I played it first when I should have played it. So I fought myself 2 games today. A match, but
Is this I'm not sure. It must be.
no, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm just going to rage a little bit.
I'm gonna get like for smoking between.
And it's all because of you. Yeah. It's just, it's ruined it. You've ruined everything. Well, basically, a lot of the combo decks as well. Mark your one. He sat there and his opponent. How is it even worse? Nice. Yeah. Both players. No, just well, to be fairness, like, that was getting it off the fucking ground. Yeah, the ball very weak, like, down to 1 line. Like, he was on the wall there, but down to 1 line. Don't call it wall there, but you're on the string, please. I haven't been. I still think I'm winning there. The only thing I have is that maybe it's harder for me on the lightning bolt. So I'm like, Dad, what was your result for you? 2-1? I won 2-0. Goalie result? That result? Yeah.
Alright, we're just going to
Are we?
just finish that.
That's fine. So we are actually going to be back a lot sooner than we thought we would be. We are tealess. We didn't manage to get a tea. Will did have a cigarette though, so he'll be happy enough. This will be the second round now. Mark winning the first. There's a good few Miracles decks here. I'll actually run through some of the deck types that people have been playing. So we got Mark obviously in the Sharkless Bug, James in the Storm. We have what looks to be... Yeah, sorry guys. There's a shiny Lance deck, which, you know, 4 reach down ports, Wastelands, Groves. You know, it's using the Dark Depths Thespian Stage combo, which of course is amazing. Really want to see that. We've got a Esper Stoneblade by Dan Gilligan. And we've got Delver by Suzanne as well. It's... What Delver deck is it? I think it's Esper, or no, it's American Delver. Jeskai Delver even, sorry about that.
Springtime, baby.
So we've got another Infect deck here. We've got a Hypergenesis deck, which is pretty insane to watch.
Favorite people on stream, Adam and Craig.
Oh, Adam and Craig are on stream. Oh, great. So we got Adam, Alex, and Craig on stream. Craig, of course, being a former Team
tea?
Ireland player. No, because the round is starting.
Alright.
I'll just grab one. Do you want to grab me one as well? Yeah. Sweet. Sorry, Will's getting me tea because Will is lovely like that. Sorry, one of the guys has put in my name for the deck creator. I can assure you that is not true. I cannot come up with original decks. If I do, they are terrible and don't work. So yeah, we've got Canadian Threshold as well. Yeah, be really looking forward to seeing that. And of course, I turn the page over and there's elves, the evil elves looking at me. So anyway, we are on Adam, Alex, and we are on Craig. So let me find the deck list for you here. Adam Alex is playing a very strange deck. Well, for me anyway. It's I'll run through the deck list for you. It is 2 Emrakul Daeon's Torn, 4 Preordain, 4 Ponder, 4 Brainstorm, 4 Jataxian Probe, 1 Impulse, 2... Oh my god, his handwriting is terrible. Sorry, there's 3 of something. I'll come back to that when Will's here. Maybe you can decipher. 4 Force of Will, 2 Pact of Negation, 1 Mixed Direction, 4 Dig Through Time, 4 Show and Tell. Oh, it's a Show and Tell deck essentially. Yeah. 4 Omniscience. Sorry, I didn't see the Show and Tell. 1 Enter the Infinite. And the various lands that go with that. And I'm going to go and find Craig's deck here. I really hope he wrote his name on his deck list.
Okay guys, what's the right to? You have 45 minutes.
Sorry guys, I'm just looking in through for Craig's list. Alex Moran. My god, where has he put it? I think, okay, by default, it is the deck list with no name on it. And sure, we'll see what he plays anyway on the stream. Sorry about this. So I'm gonna have serious words of Craig. You should know better than this. Right. Sorry, Will is back now with the tea. Thank you, William.
You're very welcome.
So I've got Adam's Alex's deck list. He of the confusing name.
Man with 2 first names.
The man with 2 first names. Well, it's really Adam Alexander, but because he likes to annoy people by confusing them, he calls himself Adam Alex. He is running a Show and Tell deck, Will.
Yes, I believe it's the Enter the Infinite, Release the Ants Emrakul combo.
Release the Ants. Now,
Yeah.
there was one card in this, I couldn't quite read his writing. Maybe you know from knowing the deck a bit better. He's got 3...
I think that's Cunning Wish. So what a Cunning Wish is, I think it's an instant. 2 and a blue. It lets him look at his sideboard and take an instant card. Maybe only a blue instant card out of his sideboard.
Yeah.
So he'd be looking for things like... Well... Do we have...
Yeah, sorry, I've got his list there. If I can get this deck list for you, or from you here, I'm going to look for Craig's
So he
list.
can look for Pacts and Negations, Misdirections, Intuitions. I'm not sure if it's only blue though. He's got Wipe Away and stuff like that, which is kind of a catch-all card. Oh, it's any instant. Eamon is updating us, so yeah, he has access to most of his sideboard then.
Oh. That's a handy
Yeah, it's
ability,
pretty good.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, your deck's suddenly 75 cards, and 15 of them are... You can choose to choose which ones. That's quite good. Craig is on a deck, Mono White Life Gain, I think he calls it. I think this is his deck, because he's written Andrew Richardson's the deck designer, and that unfortunately is me, and I did not design this.
Okay,
but
so
I had a look. I was having a look through his sideboard earlier, and this seemed to be it. So
It's a Stoneforge
it's a
Mystic deck.
it's a Stoneforge Mystic deck.
So it looks like red, white, blue.
Sorry, so why is he written? I'm having serious words of Craig here.
Yeah, he's done that so that you read it out.
Yeah. He's made a right fool of me. Anyway, so he's on Stoneforge Delver. So his deck is 4 Delver of Secrets, 4 Stoneforge Mystic, 2 True Name Nemesis, 1 Grim Lavamancer, 4 Force of Will, 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, 4 Lightning Bolt, 3 Days, 3 Swords to Plowshares, 3 Dig Through Times, 2 Spell Pierce, 1 Umazawa's Jite, and 1 Batterskull. And the action is already kicked off here with Adam Alex on turn 1, going for the Ponder.
Yeah. So this deck is all about setting up your infinite,
Yeah. So
and the infinite is the Release the Ants. What it does is it deals 1 damage to a creature or player,
yeah.
and then you both reveal. It's called a clash. You both reveal the top card of your library, and if Adam Alex's converted mana cost is higher, then he gets to take the Release the Ants back and do it again. And because he will have left an Emrakul on top of his library with the Enter the Infinite, he's always going to have a 15. So he's always going to get Release the Ants back. So he'll have Omniscience out, which means he can just cast keep casting Release the Ants for free, getting it back for free until the opponent is
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Release
Now
the
that's
ants.
not
I
obviously
love
it has other win conditions. It can just put an Emrakul into
Yeah,
play. You
well,
know?
there is that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can just put an Emrakul into play.
Yeah, there's like Show and Tell,
So-
there's Omniscience. So
He drew, I believe, a dig through time using his ponder there, and we've passed to Craig. Craig, having a look at his hand, puts down a volcanic island, I believe. And Craig, of course, hiding his cards there because he doesn't like the streamers. He doesn't want us telling good things about him by writing dodgy things on our deck list and stuff. I can't complain though, because I too have done this on the Modern Wednesdays. So there we go. We got Brainstorm first turn.
This would be the end of Adam Alex's
Oh,
second
sorry.
turn. So yeah, Adam just allowing this to resolve. He does have a Brainstorm of his own and a fetch land, which equates to the perfect Brainstorm.
Yeah. And he has pitched.
It looks like he's putting a Swords to Plowshares on top at least. I imagine he'd be trying to fetch that away, as it's not useful for him in this match. I don't think it has any targets.
Yeah, it's not ideal here. So
that was the end of the turn. So that now Craig should be untapping now.
yeah, he's gonna go into his face proper. I don't see a response here.
Oh, so that was
he
main. Sorry, apologies. That was a main phase Brainstorm.
Yeah.
So he had the fetch in his hand, so he is getting the perfect Brainstorm here.
Yeah, there goes down another volcanic island. What's he really afraid of here against the Show and Tell? What card does he not want to see? And Craig dropping his deck like a klutz. Obviously, poor control of the cards. You know, maybe he's very nervous about being on stream. You know, he does get nervous easily, does Craig. You know, cracks under pressure. You know, goes on tilt very, very easily. Not a good player. Very average. You know? Sorry, that's my venom coming out. So he's passed the turn back to, and there's end of turn Brainstorm by Adam Alex. Island, another Brainstorm.
And an Omniscience, which he doesn't need. So he'd be putting back an Omniscience, and well, he can fetch the island, so we might as well put the island back as well.
And keep the Brainstorm.
Yeah. Okay. Although he might not crack the fetch here, so he is drawing the island, but he will fetch before drawing the next Omniscience.
Yeah, definitely. So he plays the island there. He's pretty happy. Passes the turn. Goes over to Craig. Craig, untapped draw. Can't see what he drew there. It looked like a... Could have been a Delver or True Name. I wasn't sure. I saw a blue card anyway.
Okay.
And that is the Grim Lavamancer, I believe.
Yep.
So I'd be pretty happy to get the Grim Lavamancer out. And there's a third Volcanic Island. Very happy for Craig. And here's another end of turn Brainstorm. So Omniscience, Jictaxian Probe, and Show and Tell. So he's keeping the Show and Tell.
Yes, he'll want the Show and Tell to put in the Omniscience.
Yeah. So now he has to decide what he wants to put back on top.
Well, he'll need the land.
Yeah, he needs the land. Ooh, is he putting the... Well, he's going
Yeah,
to draw the
he has
Omniscience.
three. No, he has three, I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought he had three Omnisciences anyway.